I don't get it.
Podcast.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast.
Let's preface this by saying Naz is like ready to speak and Lauren is like absolutely the opposite.
I don't know where the fuck I got this energy from. Actually, I can tell you. Do you want to know where I got this energy from?
Probably having a day off.
I'm having a day. Naz Perez, have learned how to set goddamn boundaries in my life. This is a massive breakthrough as a human who would often do things and hang out with people because I feel like I'm a bad person if I don't make space for them, or just literally doing what I think life wants me to do. And then I realize, oh, I don't owe anyone shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing. So when I got back from New York, as you know, like I had like a crazy September. Mm-hmm. I got back and I felt like, and please, Lauren, tell me to shut the fuck up if I've shared this already, because I don't know if I've shared this already on the podcast.
Wait, why Lauren and not me too?
Because, oh yeah, you have a great memory as well. But I feel like your memory is more like with dates and time frame. I feel like Lauren,
I may not remember everything we've said on the podcast.
Remember. Yeah, you're actually not good at remembering what we've discussed thus far.
I genuinely remember everything.
Lauren remembers what we talk about. I check out all the time and also don't remember.
That's me burping. I'm drinking.
Ew.
Continue.
I love it. Corona.
What
What a great nightcap. So I got back from New York and I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen any friends for a month. Like, I haven't been dating. And I put all this pressure on myself to like, oh my God, I got to catch up. Like, I got to hang out with this person. I got to hang out with this person. I got to go on this date. I got to FaceTime this guy to see if I want to go on a date with him. I got to do. So I end up doing that. And I am thinking it's like, oh, relaxing and like fun and getting back to my personal life. And then I didn't realize that like what I do for a living and what most people do for a living, but more so what we do for a living, requires you to literally be on. Like on like the happiest, most energetic version of yourself, which just isn't normal in all scenarios. And so I put myself in these social settings where I had to meet new people, where, you know, it's like you definitely have to be on, where I went on dates where I like, you really have to be on and engage, even if you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And I started just was like feeling like, why am I feeling so depleted? And I was like, oh, I don't have space for spontaneity in my schedule. Like, I don't have days where I'm literally doing nothing. And even when I have a day when I'm doing nothing, I'm like, okay, today's the day I do laundry, I go get my car washed. And it's like, enough. Like, fucking enough. Like, just sit and cancel on people and tell people you don't want. Like, I actually canceled a bunch of things I had. And it's not because I don't love those people and I don't want to see them, but I don't have the energy to do it right now and I don't owe them anything. And I was making myself feel guilty for not like doing them. And now I feel amazing because I'm like, I don't owe people shit. And if they get mad at me, then that's their shit.
That is so crazy. Like, who's gonna care that much that you miss a lunch or something?
Some people do. That's what's really weird. That's always been very weird to me. Some people get like really moody about it.
My friend Crystal is like, we literally were like, we'll have a plan to like do something, and I'm like, and we finish every plan with like, and also if your spirit is not feeling it, I do not care at all. If you want the day off, do that, and it's like no hard feelings, and I love that we do that.
That is,
and I think everyone should do that.
That is an incredible boundary. That is an incredible boundary. I think that people need to set, and not everyone understands that. But I think sometimes that's a reflection of trauma and shit that person hasn't worked through, you know, like maybe feeling abandoned, feeling like they give too much in friendships, which like can also be true. But I think I've just gotten to the point where it's like, I don't care. Like most of my friends, if I was like, I need a month off with not talking to anyone, would be like, okay.
True friends understand that.
They'd be like, all right.
Okay, so I understand when people can get moody, and that's when you make a pattern of it. Like you're constantly the one who's like, oh, you know what? I don't feel like it today. Do you mind? And like if it's once in a while, sure. But if like you constantly feel like rejected by this person, then you're like,
There's
oh, do they
either-
even enjoy my company?
It's either they don't like you or they're like very depressed, which I can understand both of those sides.
Or they're just overwhelmed or don't have the space or capacity or energy and want to be alone. And what I realized by setting the boundaries, which is very hard to do. Remember we had that friendship podcast, which was really good. It's like really hard to set boundaries with like family and friends. My mom does this to me all the time. Like, you need to call me. And it's like, stop guilt tripping me, Mom. I don't need to do anything. Like,
You'll never change your mother,
will
though.
call you. And no, but parents do this all the time. And it's like so frustrating. But yeah, it's like, I can confirm I am an introvert. Remember how I was always like kind of wondering? I thought that liking people meant that I was an extrovert. But it's really just about how you recharge and gain your energy. And I don't gain my energy being around people. I gain it being alone. And so
extroverts are honestly a rare breed.
Rare.
Someone who charges from other people, they need to be studied.
I feel
like what the fuck?
I feel like I know very few. Naz, do you think that like Tanya Rad is an extrovert? Like, she's the only person I could think of like in our shared circle.
that's a really great example because Tanya is so positive, such a beam of light. I mean, I don't know her well enough to say, like, you know, I'm not like so close with her to say, but yeah, she seems like she gets energy being around people, but who knows what the real thing is. I bet people looking at me would think I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was
Yeah.
like that. And I realized literally I was today years old when I was like, oh, I don't like this. I actually like hanging out with people one-on-one too over a group setting. Because then I don't have to manage a bunch of energies or feel like I got to keep the room going.
Well,
Isn't it exhausting?
I'm telling you guys,
Being
I'm
a
coming
human-
from like the most tired person right now, even thinking of talking to someone else besides you guys. It sounds exhausting.
It is. Okay, also really quick, forgot to just let everyone know that Glamnetic has truly changed my life. So my eyelashes have had so much wear and tear over the years. Like, I used to have eyelash extensions and I used a bunch of serums to make my eyelashes grow. And now when I'm on camera, I have to put on glue all the time. And when I take the glue off, it always takes a couple eyelash casualties with it. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And it gets really, really frustrating. And even when I work with a makeup artist, or, you know, even if you're going to the pharmacy to buy eyelashes because you're going out one night, sometimes like the eyelashes you buy aren't the right ones for your shape, which is why Glamnetic has changed my life truly, like I mentioned before. So the eyelash struggle is real, and they really put work into crafting beautiful lashes for every eye shape. And they've made the application easier than ever, like literally done in seconds. So all you have to do is you go on their website, you take their quiz, and you can find the perfect lash for your unique eye shape and style. You can actually get rid of the lash glue for good. It's the world's first 6 magnetic lash made for easy application and all-day hold. And they have sold over 500,000 pairs of lashes in 2020. So that's when I hopped on the train and I just felt like I had to try them out for myself. And also it like prevents me from being late to things, because we all know that like it's when you're getting ready that causes you to be late to stuff. So the fact that they're magnetic, it saves you time, it saves you money. And I just personally feel victimized by lash glue. I mean, that's really what I have to say. I feel attacked by it. I never win in those fights. And I'm really obsessed with the Glamnetic lashes. The 6 magnet lashes are one of a kind, and I know you will be too. So they take under a minute to apply, no toxic glue, no struggle, up to 60 uses per lash. I mean, that's great for the environment, and it's wallet friendly. And they have over 75 styles for you to try out. So they have natural ones. You can go full glam, all different lashes to match your mood and occasion. Again, like I said, all you have to do is take their lash quiz, and they have an 100% money back guarantee. So, I mean, there's no reason for you not to try. So find out for yourself why Glamnetic Lashes are Instagram's favorite beauty hack. you can go to glamnetic.com/getit and enter our promo code GETIT for 30% off your order. So that's Glamnetic, GLAMNETIC.com/getit. Now, this code is only available for our listeners. So last time, glamnetic.com/getit, enter our promo code GETIT. You'll get 30% off. And I promise you guys, these lashes literally apply themselves.
Yeah, let's actually talk about social circles and like the amount of people you can have to feel comfortable. If I'm at a dinner table or honestly anywhere where there's more than 5 people, then I just want to like sit back.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like you lead those circles.
Lauren, those are family circles.
That's different.
Yeah, think about a time. I don't even know. When was the last time we had more than 5 anywhere that wasn't family?
Well, I can think, I don't know, the only dinner I can think of is Jade and Tanner and Lizzie and Jared and Hunter.
Yeah.
How's that pizza?
God, that pizza looks
Ashley's eating
fire.
pizza. It looks really good.
Never mind. Moving on from one conversation, which could be boring, to another conversation.
No, I didn't think that was boring at all.
Really?
No, I don't, because I think
I could cry looking at that pizza.
How about I crunch it for you? Ready?
Okay. ASMR.
Oh,
wow.
God. And the cheese and the sauce is just dripping on the side. I hate being friends with you guys. It's so
the
annoying.
bottom this is what's so amazing about this is pizza.
What pizza is it?
It's called Caserta's. It's the best pizza in Rhode Island. This is, it's a hard, I mean, like it's a small
2.0.
I know, it's the smallest state,
Literally.
so there's not a lot of competition. But this is a very crispy bottom, and it's a like
doughy top.
Do you remember the consistency of the cafeteria pizza as a kid and how it was
The
basically
square pieces?
Yeah, and it was so squishy. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, it was like an inch
Like the
of
pan,
thickness.
like
Yeah,
the
it's a
pan pizza
Yeah.
from Pizza Hut. Yeah,
Yeah, except for this has a crispy bottom.
crispy bottom. Yeah, that's all you want
and
in life.
It has a good amount of garlic, and the sauce is the perfect sauce. And
That sounds really good.
Please
so
tell
good.
all of us. Please tell 95% of us more about this pizza we can never order because it's in Rhode Island. Ashley, thank you. Thank you so much for that. That was so productive of us. Anyways, back to being on. I think the point of the dinner thing that you're saying, I think it all comes down to how well you know the people, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's family, you could just be your shitty self. You could be your shitty self even more so around family. Mom, help me set the table. I really don't feel like it right now. But if you're at a friend's house and their mom asks you to set the table, it's like, all right, Debbie, what else can I do? And like, that's me being on. And I realize like when I'm around people where I can't just be my shitty Naz self, that is the energy. That's being an energy vampire.
now,
Anyways,
An energy vampire. And the name will be Debbie. The mom's name will be
Yeah,
Debbie, no matter what.
my
50%
best
of the time.
friend's mom's name is Debbie, and she's literally an angel in human form. It's
Can we start
kind of
naming our
gross.
kids Debbie, you know?
Again.
Like a resurgence of Debbies.
I know, like, why
Every
isn't anyone
55-year-old is named Debbie.
like, why isn't anyone named Hillary or Helen anymore?
okay,
I know a lot of
actually,
Hillarys.
Really, I think the names
Really?
are getting too weird. Okay. The people that I know who have kids, like their names are pretty normal. Like they're maybe like not they're not like what they used to be, but they're nice and they make
Yeah.
sense. But
There's a
Jade-
lot of Aidens going around. These days.
like those are nice, you know, they're different, but they're not weirdos. And then there's like Jade does these polls where she does baby name polls. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
No,
I've always voted, yes.
I'm intrigued.
They're so effing weird. Like, because she has people send in their proposed baby names. Like, I'm torn between this and that. And then she
Right.
does the poll for them.
Wait, that's so cool.
It is
I need to go to Jade's stories.
They're the
more.
weirdest names where I'm like, okay, we're trying too hard here.
But what's weird? Like Grimes and Elon Musk's child, like XX equals
the
squared
name
5.
Grimes. Like Grimes. That's like an option.
Well, Oh, for these baby names?
Yeah, let's just like use that hypothetically. Like that's the kind of name. It's like it doesn't even sound nice. You're just trying to be weird.
I think Grimes is cool.
Grimes.
What do you guys?
Not Grimes. You think that's a nice sounding name?
I think Grimes is cool.
Sounds like
No,
grimy.
do you really want your kid to be named Grimes?
But I would love but I want my kid to be friends with the kid named Grimes because he seems cool.
Or maybe you don't.
That's true.
Like Grimes would introduce you to a whole other side of life.
to the toxicity of middle school, maybe. That's
what do you guys
funny.
think about the name Lockton? Lockton.
It sounds like like a company that builds military, like Lockheed. Like it's like a Lockheed Martin. Lockton. Lockton sounds like a last name, Chris Lockton.
Okay, because Hunter and I were discussing, and that's his favorite boy name.
Really?
Because it's like Scottish and Irish.
Oh, I've never met anyone named Lockton.
Yeah, and like you call him Locke, and I think Locke's kind of a cool name for a kid.
Yeah, it's
You know
not
what's
bad.
what's so funny, Ashley? What you just said.
What'd you say?
As soon as you said, well, basically what you just said to translate is like, we're thinking of naming our child this. So my brain was like, okay, say something nice now
About Lockton?
about Lockton. And Ashley goes, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
It's so funny. Like when people ask you, those moments where people ask you shit and you're like, no, I would never. And then they're like, well, I'm thinking of going next month. And you're like, actually, like, yeah, like that. That
nice.
sounds cool.
Did I do that or did you do that?
No, I feel like I had that moment in my head.
Internally, she said that, and then out loud, you go, "That's nice."
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I figured.
No, it's fine.
No, I figured that's why she was asking. Do I want my nephew to be named Lockton? It's a mouthful.
But she just said Lock.
It would be Lock.
Yeah, I like Lock.
Lock is
Lock.
cute, but it's also like luck. No.
Well, I want Dominic anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I mean Dominic's way
Dom.
nicer.
Dom's such a strong name.
See, I win.
I mean, come on, you have to win. You care. Believe me. After this, you carry the child. You name the child.
Yeah.
I mean,
First of all,
unless it's like
the child's yours. Let's get one thing straight. They get to like hang out, but like it's ours. That's as far as I'm concerned.
I'm sure
they
I've
can
said
chill
this
with the kid if they want.
I've said this way too many times.
I'm obviously
on the podcast,
kidding.
probably.
That's such an unhealthy way to approach a relationship. I'm kidding. I've
Yeah,
never
we're all
been pregnant.
kidding.
I'm just saying.
No, I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again because every day it is just as mind-boggling to me. It'll never get normal. I look at Jared and I say, how is this kid 50% yours? Like there is no part of this kid that is more mine than it is yours. And yet I go through this. Like it is weird, guys.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It is weird.
Very, very good original new point.
Well, are you being sarcastic? Wait till you're pregnant and you're so much more mind boggled by this.
I'm sure I will be.
I feel so insecure right now. I had a FaceTime date with a guy.
You had a
Last
FaceTime
week?
date before you met him in real life?
Yeah, so that's my new thing now. That's my new thing. Just
I think it's a great idea.
catch the vibe. I control the lighting. I control the time.
Yes.
I don't have to leave my home.
I always would feel like that would be more awkward just because like I would need to have the person's physical vibe, but continue.
I agree with you. I'm not obsessed with the idea, but it's something that more people are doing to then see if you want to actually meet them in person. I have a complicated relationship towards it because I'm like, wow, this is how fucking sad reality is now. Like we're not even meeting in person first, but like there's some pros. Anyway, so he was texting. I could pull it up, but I don't feel like it. But first of all, we have like a very tiny percentage of the world listens to this podcast. But everyone fucking listens to this podcast.
Like, if they're investigating you.
Like, you guys, I can't even describe how badly I want to be the old Naz. I want to spill everything that happens to me. There's things that happened to me this weekend that I just want to say. And it's so annoying. Like, stop listening to our shitty small podcast no one cares about.
I wish you could block a podcast.
Like,
from
literally,
someone.
the guy's like, I was like, oh, looking forward to meeting you tomorrow. He's like, yeah, like, listen to your podcast, which was a ramble, by the way. He goes, listen to your podcast for like 10 minutes in. looking forward to it too. And I was like, fuck me. Like, what did I say? Was I complaining about sharding one time in third grade?
I know, you're like, which one?
Like, oh my God, stop caring about us. We're literally losers.
We're losers.
So I literally can no longer share fun things, I feel like. Or I could and not give a fuck and potentially.
As long as you don't talk shit about them.
I don't, but it's also like stories. Like I would love to regale over what happened to me this weekend. But if that person listened, it would be a non-starter, you know?
Right.
Because I'm sharing all my inner thoughts like Lizzie McGuire.
Can you tell us how that was?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I don't know.
Did you decide to go on a date from the FaceTime?
No, because he went on a trip and I'm like really busy. So I'm going to see how I feel when I get back. I wasn't like... I mean, we'll see. We'll see how I feel. I would meet him in person for sure.
You guys know how many, I guess this is inappropriate, but like we've talked about our teacher crushes, right? So like we've talked about teacher crushes and like our fantasies about them and all that stuff. Well, now there's a place where you can like kind of make those fantasies, I don't want to say come to life a little bit more, but maybe like even become even more visual for you. And it's a place called Dipsy.
I feel like I've been talking about my energy being depleted, and it's just a way I regain energy. It is so fun to do, especially if you're just like over all these Zoom calls we've been doing. But it's an audio app and it's full of short, sexy stories, and they're all designed to turn you on. So like Ashley said, they have different characters. They feel like real people, immersive scenarios. You close your eyes, you're right there. You don't even have to exist in the reality of Debbie bothering you anymore. Now you can close your eyes. You can escape work and Debbie and your mom making you feel guilty for not calling her, and turn on Dipsy and you can get turned on. And it's amazing. They have new stories every week. There's always some more ones to explore. And they actually have wellness sessions that can help you learn more about yourself, which is also really great. But yeah, it just makes you relax before you go to bed. So you can actually smoke a dadgrass CBD joint and then turn on Dipsy. And there you go. You're Naz Perez in like 2 minutes.
That is the most fucking relaxing evening I could ever imagine. And for listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering a 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/getit. That's a 30-day free trial when you go to Dipsy, DIPSEA stories.com/getit, dipsystories.com/getit.
I've been having dreams that I wake up, like I've been having dreams that I am single and I have no prospects. And then I wake up so relieved that I'm married to Jared.
Oh, thanks, Ashley. Naz, I've been having dreams about your reality. And I wake up and I wake up elated. It's like not mine. Like elated. Like I pray, I get on my knees and I thank baby Jesus.
Oh my God, I've been having the opposite.
Like,
of
are
that.
you kidding me, Ashley? Wow.
Wow, I did just say that. And I wonder where they're coming from. But Naz, what I wanted to say from that is that, like, I still give you so much credit for just, like, putting yourself through the ringer.
First of all, also have had breakthroughs here in my life. Oh my God, I look like a man right now.
No, you don't. But
I would not date this version of me on this Zoom.
No, you look,
wow.
No, you're
sorry, I just got a glimpse of myself.
I just say how important the FaceTime before the date is?
Yes.
Or at least a phone call, because I remember being on Tinder and being on text talking to Jack and, you know, imagining his voice sounding one way. And then I FaceTime with him like the night before we're supposed to meet up. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's ghetto. like he talked in a way that he talked in like, he had way more of a Southern accent than I thought. All right. And it just like, it put me in a completely different mindset. And I was way more prepared for the date than I would have been if I didn't hear the tone of his voice.
I'm into the FaceTiming. I really am. I think that's a great point, Lauren, because also I think the most underrated thing people don't realize is like, voices are weird. It's like you have to be attracted to their voice. And Jared says this all the time because the love of his life told him, Rob whatever.
Who?
Rob Thomas. Ashley got so triggered.
I was like so confused. I was like, Jared, my Jared?
Ashley was like, who? Rob Thomas told him, marry someone you want to have a conversation with for the rest of your life. And so now Jared tells everyone that all the time.
Yeah, he brought that out on another podcast today. That's
it's his favorite thing to say. But it's fine. We all say things over and over again. I'm the same way. But
that's funny.
But it's true. And like actually being attracted to their voice is part of that. And I don't think I've been on dates where I'm like,
attracted to my voice.
Well, that's what I think, but someone is.
No, you have a cool voice.
No, I hate my voice. My voice is annoying. We all have actually
Everyone thinks
great
their own
voices.
voice is annoying.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson probably thinks her voice is annoying.
Oh, she has the best voice.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ashley goes, no. The shade.
No.
So you said,
but anyway, I just said what I meant by that is that like Naz, you like are a rock star.
No, but I wanted to tell you guys, I'm having more break. I am literally a different person than I was 3 months ago. I'm constantly evolving. I should reintroduce myself. Hi, I'm Naz. I'm new. And I love when I have these breakthroughs because I'm like, oh, I'm a new person. I'm not going back to the old way I was. And dating is so fun for me now because I don't have this resistance to life that I think I held for so many years in my life and on the podcast. Yes.
What does resistance to life mean?
Resistance to life was all my narratives that I fed myself in my head, which was, I don't have a boyfriend. No one picks me. Why doesn't this guy like me? Why didn't I get this job? When it's like, one, I subconsciously manifested all those things because I literally did not feel worthy of myself. So continued to go for people that were emotionally unavailable. But two, it's like, I am done resisting, meaning like if something happens, it's like, and something bad happens, it's like, all right, like if I go on a date or I don't, and the person doesn't like, is not interested in me, or I want this job, but I don't get the call for it. I think I would always think it was like a me issue, like a sense of my self-worth. Like, why didn't I get this? Clearly, I'm not good enough. This person doesn't like me. Clearly, I didn't practice enough, so I didn't get this job. And it's like, no, like enough. That is the way life goes. I don't react to things anymore, and I'm not resisting. And I think just me having that like lightness and energy and playful curiosity towards life, where instead of like, resisting dating, like, I have to date and none of my friends have to date. It's like, no, I get to date. That's so exciting and fun. My first kiss with someone still hasn't maybe even happened yet. And it's just playful curiosity. Like, I'm like, I wonder how this is going to go, instead of this is going to be miserable for me. And then once you you get rid of this resistance to life, life is so much more fun for me now.
Yeah.
I feel like I have noticed this change in you. You have not
Have you noticed?
Yeah. You haven't like complained or been mopey about anything.
I'm really trying.
True. Yeah.
You like haven't nothing's brought you down.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, like the worst fucking thing.
Fuck, I know.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's true. It's like, and I've gotten, I think just like finally, a part of me was like, God, I've turned into this fucking annoying like healing girl. I'm like the girl that's just like all about healing all the time. And like I go on all these trips, and it's like a part of me is just like, enough. Like I've graduated, like I've journaled, I'm in therapy. It's like enough with the story, like put it into practice and like stop being that person. And I listened to this woman named Jessa Reed, who I was telling Lauren about last week. She's so good. She has this podcast called Awakening AOD. She's like a comedian, and she speaks as if she's like this alien 8th dimensional being that takes over a comedian's body and talks to people about Earth. But she explains the way the universe works as like a waiter coming to a restaurant. And so if a waiter keeps bringing you a dish and you keep eating it, like that's what you're going to get. So it's like, if I keep meeting emotionally unavailable people and I keep eating it, like I am just sort of reaffirming this narrative of myself. But if you send the dish back to the kitchen, if you send it back to the kitchen and the waiter's like, oh, she didn't want to eat this anymore, then the universe like has to bring out a new dish for you. And so you just have to wake up.
It's like,
the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You got to change that to get a different result.
Right. So it's like every day your life presents you with situations where you get to make a decision. It's like really we're in control. You know?
We're in control. We don't have to do what the fuck we want.
We don't have to do what we don't fucking want.
Anything.
No.
Fuck that.
Fuck
I don't
everyone.
want to do anything ever again. I'll lay here all day.
But what's funny about that, Lauren, is like you literally can. It's like
you
we
literally can.
we grow up and
literally
people
can't.
think no, but actually you can. It's like you think you have to be successful and start all this shit and like have a job, and it's like you can literally sit on your couch your whole life and you're like just as worthy as someone that like started a Fortune 500 company. It like really doesn't fucking matter, actually.
It's if you think about how big the fucking universe and galaxies and all that stuff, you get off the couch doesn't really make a difference.
That's what I'm
Of course
saying.
it doesn't, but you all know.
It really doesn't.
Yeah,
It really
I know.
doesn't.
You guys, I am all about staying on the couch as much as possible, but we all know that, like, if that was your actual life and you had no other obligations, you wouldn't be happy either.
No,
I'm saying
we're saying in the sense of worthiness and like in the way we attach meaning to things. Like Jessa said, she explains this perfectly about like she calls our bodies our avatar, which I believe in. I don't know if everyone listening to this believes in, but like we're a soul and we're like in this body. And she's like, she talks about weight and stuff. And it's like, I really only care about the good food I eat for the energy it gives me. Like the motivation behind it was like energy and how I feel on the inside, not like I need to be skinny to like get a guy to like me or whatever. But she's like, who fucking cares what your body looks like? It doesn't matter. And if a bunch of people don't like you because they think you're like overweight, it's like they're fucking imbeciles. Like, why do you care about someone else's body anyway?
Yeah.
What a dumb thing to waste your time thinking about.
I can understand wanting my, like, I'd want caring about my own body, but like I don't know why anybody would care about anybody else's body except for if they weren't unhealthy. But now am I trying to like really be like too overthinking of this?
No, I think
we're thinking
that's
more
normal.
macro. Like I think sometimes when you're stressed out about anything, you got to think way more macro and think about not only the world but the universe, and think about it's not that big of a deal.
Like,
and I feel like that's
yes.
so relieving.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the resistance to life. It's like approaching everything not like it's life or death decision, but just a playful curiosity. It's like we're all in a video game, and it's like even the bad shit is actually the best shit. Like my breakup, right, was like the worst. I'm like, I'm never going to survive this. This is the worst thing. And they've all always been the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like made me realize I'm worthy. The first breakup made me start Heartbroken Anonymous. And it's like, nothing is good or bad. You just realize what it is after the fact.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You know? I'm on some deep shit these days, guys.
You just gotta see that video of you, and then it zooms out, and then it zooms out, and then it zooms out, and then you're like, I'll have another Corona, you know? Doesn't really matter.
I love it.
Remember the time I burned my eyelashes off?
Yep.
Okay.
In some of your hair.
It's on my hair. So for those that just joined today, which is 0 of you, I was trying to look cool in front of a guy and was smoking a weed joint and tried to light it in front of him and look really cool, like Carrie Bradshaw holding a cigarette. And I lit my hair on fire and it lit part of my eyelashes and eyebrows off. Anyways, I really, really like CBD, but because the way we intake CBD isn't just like cool, you know, like CBD is normally like a lotion, a gummy. I found this product that gives me everything I want out of CBD, but also makes me look really cool because they roll up CBD.
Naz is like Naz is like the 1995 teenager who just feels like she looks so cool with a cigarette.
Everyone, that is a fact. Everyone looks cool with a cigarette in their hand. I don't care. I know it's bad for you. Don't do it. You'll die, but you'll look really cool. So, anyways.
So instead of
yes,
dab grass.
Okay, so CBD, which also is not weed, so you're not like in your mind and high and like
very low THC.
When I live alone,
very low, yes.
Literally the toilet flushes and I'm like, they're coming to get me, like when I'm high. So the reason why I like CBD is because it just calms me at the end of the night. It's chill. I turn on TV and it's just like a nice relaxer before I go to bed, or if like you're in pain or you're having period cramps, whatever you want to use CBD for. Dadgrass is the coolest company ever. I could talk about them forever because they roll it up in a joint and I love intaking CBD as a joint. So that's my spiel on Dadgrass. I have it all the time. So if you're someone who's been like way too high, excuse me, we've all been there. Like I mentioned,
except for
I
me.
always get scared. Except for Ashley, who doesn't smoke. But today's weed can sometimes be kind of scary, you know, if you do a lot of it or if you take an edible,
You could
whatever.
be violently too high.
Right. So Dadgrass is reviving the pleasure of the casual smoke so you can chill without stressing on if you're going to be too high. It is for people that are federally legal and 21 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the United States. And they're 100% organic pre-rolled joints. They're very low in THC, like Lauren said, high in CBD, so you can enjoy the effects of CBD. And it is legal. It is organic, smokable hemp
Legal.
that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. I can't think of why you wouldn't want to try this.
It ships,
like look,
You can order this online. It ships from state to state
it's
because
anywhere
it
in
is
the US,
legal.
which, important to know.
Yeah. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/get it. Go to dadgrass.com/get it for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/get it.
Lauren,
love
can
it.
you tell everyone why you're drinking Corona? I mean,
Yeah,
not
why
that
are
that's
you
weird or
drinking
anything, but
Yeah, I'm like, it's like, why are you having a beer?
like
at
for Lauren, that
15 at night?
she texted us. She goes, "I'll be right back. I'm just gonna eat and have 15 beers." So like, I thought something happened.
No, nothing. My back has just it's been like it hurts so bad. It's like making me nauseous and it's making me cry. Just the pain.
Have you
So I drink.
been wearing your
and
back
it
brace?
relaxes my muscles to drink a little bit. So that's why.
Have
What?
you been wearing your back brace?
I haven't been wearing my back brace, but I've been putting lots of like CBD lotion. I've been stretching. I've been rolling, massaging.
have you thought of, not that you need a solution, but the type of
Oh, I
shoes?
do. I need all of them.
The type of shoes you're wearing and putting
I
Dr.
change my
Scholl's
shoes
in it.
every day, and no different shoe works.
Sometimes when you put the shoals in it, the guy that stretches me out, he did this with me and it fixed my posture because you know how none of us are like really level, and it just opened up my what's it called, the arch in my foot, and I stood better now, and that makes my back hurt less. I don't know if that would help you in any way.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'll try Dr. Scholl's. I've tried like 13 different sneakers. So
can you sit? It's like, why don't people
She does
like cash
at some
register?
points.
People at the cash
Sometimes I sit
register
when I
should
curl
sit. I don't get
cut.
it. I don't get why we don't let people sit. I don't care if the person at the register is sitting or standing.
I think they should sit too, but I really can't sit.
Why? Because you have to move around a lot?
I gotta move around. I gotta be over them
Yeah.
rather than like.
What
You know.
if we get like you the coolest chair? It's like on wheels and it towers over
robotic. Yeah, and it moves right and left.
If you guys want to start a GoFundMe for a cool robotic chair, I'll take it.
Or it could be like a really
I don't think it has to be
high-
robotic. It just needs to be on wheels.
Yeah, you're right. It could just be a really high
It's
desk
like
chair.
stilts. Yeah.
Like a really high desk chair that's on wheels.
Oh, you mean for my chair?
Yeah. Like a stool
okay.
on wheels that like you can elevate really high.
But it has to be robotic because if her
No, it
feet,
doesn't
if her-
have to be
Yes,
robotic.
it does, Ashley, because I've thought this through. Because if her feet don't touch the ground, how is she going to move right and left? It has to robotically move right and left.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be Sally.
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh
Sally,
my god,
that's what I was
What'd you say?
The guy that Sally's takes care of in Nightmare
That's
Before
all I
Christmas.
can think
Oh, I
of.
thought you said I'm going to be salad.
No, definitely not salad.
Wow.
All right, no, that's why I'm drinking Corona.
I love
but,
it. While we're on the topic of food, what were you
Yeah.
going to say, Lauren?
No, you go.
I was going to say we wrote down how the Iconettis eat like no other people
kind of-
on this world.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
we
you
didn't
wrote
talk
that
about
down
this?
because we were talking about that before
Because
we recorded Jonathan's podcast. But I don't want to be obnoxious, Naz, and be like, yeah, Laura and I, for the most part, are able to eat pretty much.
It's not
whatever we
obnoxious.
want.
It's an incredible gene you should own. But like I talked to Ashley and Lauren, and they're the type of people that like just get a Big Mac in the middle of the day. And I'm like, a Big Mac is like a life celebratory meal, like once a month, once a like I don't know, blue moon for me. And you guys just have it at like 12 for lunch. And it's amazing how you're able to operate with that food and that fuel.
So that lunch is just because of me being pregnant. But I will admit that, like, yeah, if I had it for dinner once a week, it's not going to make a big deal. It's not a big difference.
I mean, do you guys have it once a week?
No, I mean, I've had fast food every other day for a while.
But before you were pregnant, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
But I feel like before you were pregnant, you and Lauren eat fast food.
I still could.
A week. Yeah.
I still could, but I didn't do it for like my heart. You know what I mean? Like for my own health. Like I wouldn't do it, but I probably could get away with it.
Right. That's so
Which
incredible.
I'm sorry.
Why? Don't apologize.
No, I feel bad.
Why? That's incredible.
No, that's like snotty.
No, it's not. If I could have In-N-Out every day, I would.
Let me ask, this is what I was going to say. Speaking of food, which is actually great because my next, I don't get it, was, you know, like the cold cut ham, like it's like turkey, but it's ham, you know, it's in the thing.
I mean, just ham.
Okay.
Yeah. Just cold cut ham.
Cold cut ham. Yeah. Yes. This is what makes sense. This is why I'm clarifying.
Okay.
Hunter puts that like on his like egg and cheese in the morning.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, ham, egg, and cheese.
But that ham is not the fucking ham you put on a ham, egg,
You're
and
talking
cheese.
about Canadian ham or like Canadian bacon, which we usually would have on
Are you talking about
our Taylor ham sandwich. That's
like a Taylor
I know what
ham,
Lauren's talking about. She's talking about like IHOP ham, like
a thick piece of ham, not a cold cut.
But it
ham.
works like the exact same way, Lauren. I have made many of breakfast sandwiches with
it does
the
not
cold
work
cut ham.
the same way.
It tastes really good.
I have a question that's going to boggle your mind right now.
What does ham taste like?
No, because I know exactly what both of you are saying. And first of all, those like hams, like a honey baked ham, it's like who even has those lying around, Lauren? Nobody. Yeah. And isn't the thick ham also a cold cut if you go to the grocery store and have them cut from like the boar's head ham?
And you make it really thick and you're saying like, hey, Can you make it super thick? Probably.
Yeah, it's the same. And also the Egg McMuffin, is that a cold cut ham or is that under your category of a thick ham because it's thicker? That one's thick actually.
Yeah, it needs to be thicker and saltier and warm for me to consider it to put it on a sandwich.
So you're mad
like
it's
an egg
not,
sandwich.
Yeah, you're mad it's not as thick.
Yeah, and warm and salty.
But have you tried his version? Because it's still good.
I don't like it.
You haven't tried it, though. You're being a mom about this.
No, I've tried it, and I'm like, why is this on a breakfast sandwich? This is for a normal sandwich.
This is her sandwich. That's so funny. You're like, this ham doesn't work.
He's like, I got
me.
ham. I'm like, that ham isn't for breakfast. That ham is for lunch. You understand?
Yeah, but I don't even
down
like
with
that
that,
ham
yeah.
for lunch.
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
That's all.
Okay,
right,
I understand as well, Lauren, but I'm just saying give it a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, Lauren, give it a chance.
All right, so we talked about this last week and we're going to talk about it again. We all have a piece of jewelry from this brand called Orate that we actually wear on our fingers, or I think they're all on our fingers, right? Like all day, all day and always. We don't take it off. None of us do.
Nope.
Yep. And it never.
And if you take it off, then we're not friends anymore.
Okay, so they're basically our unofficial friendship rings. And we like them because, well, they're classy, they're beautiful, and they never leave that mark on your finger because they're so high quality.
Yeah, they're ethically sourced and sustainably made. Their gold is never mined, and their gemstones and diamonds are also certified
never mined. It's funny. I know what you said, and I know what you mean. Never mind.
It's never mind. So you don't feel guilty about.
Never.
Very good. Never mind. So you don't feel guilty about where your gold or diamonds come from. It's all very beautiful, very like very modern sort of jewelry. I have gold hoops and I have my gold ring you could wear with every single outfit. And if you want like a good quality pair of earrings, anything, I would definitely go to Orate for sure.
It's also a great gift to give people. You know how you're just like, what do I get this girl for her birthday? And everyone always resorts to a boring basic bitch gift card. Get your friend some Orate, whoever they are. For 20%.
You can also, sorry, once just want to say that you can use Klarna and you can shop now and pay over time. So you don't have to take that heavy price tag or like worry about a payment you can pay over time. And it's a good new thing with or
Yes,
rates.
thank you, Lauren. Yes, we need to let everyone know. So Klarna is Klarna, and now you can pay using that, which is dope. So
Dope.
For 20% off your first Orate purchase, you can go to oratenewyork.com/IDGI, which stands for the I Don't Get It podcast. And you can use our promo code IDGI. So that's 20% off, no minimum spend, and they rarely have discounts as high as 20% off, just so you guys know. So we very much encourage you to shop right
20%
now.
is a great
chunk.
It's a great percentage.
discount.
Yeah, that's a great
You're gonna
percentage.
get jewelry you can wear for the rest of your life and get 20% off. Why aren't you guys doing this?
Yeah, like honestly, buy more so you save more.
Okay, let's repeat it one more time. It's AURATE NewYork.com/IDGI and use the promo code IDGI to get 20% off. And I do want to mention that they give back and they support various causes ranging from environmental and social causes that empower women, youth, and children. So they do good.
Ashley, you have some life updates that
I really
we didn't really get to talk. Yes, you do.
Okay, fine. I have life updates. But
What the fuck?
Well, actually, I don't know because Jared and I haven't talked about this publicly yet.
So
Well, it's an exclusive on the I Don't Get It podcast.
Yeah, spill it. We need the downloads.
Yeah, okay. Well, we bought a house.
Yeah.
So we bought a house, and I guess I don't know if we technically bought it yet. We put payments down though. So
Is it an escrow?
What does
isn't
that mean
escrow when you're checking things out?
Like you put down $20,000 that you can never get back.
Yeah,
or
we
something?
put down money that we can get back. The earnest deposit.
That's an
put
escrow.
These are a lot of
deposit
adult words.
that we are allowed to get back.
If the inspection goes wrong, you can get that back.
Yeah, okay, that's right. But we also put money down for the upgrades because it's currently being built. Okay, fine. I'll explain the whole thing. Jared just came in and he's putting Lois's nose and
What? I'm putting my face into the belly.
Wow.
That was so clear, and he was so far away.
It
from
sounds
the
like Jared's in the microphone. How did that happen? He sounds better than Lauren.
That's funny.
What's happening?
They're laughing at you for just being
Is
so
he
definitive.
wearing a microphone?
And you apparently sound super clear. They can hear him, the kisses and
it's probably
everything.
because he's
You
near
sound better than Ashley.
He's near the computer microphone, I'm sure.
10 seconds. Ready?
Okay, how many kisses can he give Lois in 10 seconds?
I'm
Ready? Go.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw up. This is wow. Wow.
Okay.
I think you're at 30 now.
Jared, my future date is listening to this right now. Let's act normal, please, so I can get a second date from a potential future guy that's listening
Who
to
says
this.
I was done with that plate? It's empty, but who says I'm not having another piece of pizza? Don't waste plates.
What
Anyway.
is this? A Chinese buffet? New plate?
Yeah, right.
Why did they make you get a new plate?
Because then you're putting your saliva-y fork onto the plate that you're putting. And then, what if you put the utensil that you're using at the buffet onto the plate? There's some cross-contamination there. I understand.
All right.
Okay, well, anyway, we're blah, blah, blah. And I always feel weird talking about financial life updates. I never want to feel
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to go and be
Why?
showy.
It's not being showy. It's that's if you have a problem with someone being able to buy a new house, then don't listen to our podcast anymore. That's fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
Be happy for other people.
Okay, I agree with you.
Thank you. Snaps for now.
Right. But also don't stop listening to our podcast and buy all our sponsors so that we can buy new homes.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
There you go.
I'm on a roll today.
Yeah, you are. You're really leading this because I have I don't get it because I don't leave the house. I was telling them, and I just feel like I have no brain these days. Anyway. Okay, so the thing is this. Jared and I have been in this apartment in Rhode Island since May. And back in May, we decided it was best for us to rent because we wanted to build the house. And I do want to build the house. At that time, I believe we found the lot that we will eventually build on one day, but it was like very close in timing, and we knew we weren't going to be able to build on it for a while. So this is very. Are you like rolling your eyes because nobody gives a crap?
No. I just didn't understand why Lauren was making a face.
See, she's just because she's heard these sentences so many times in her life.
I've never heard this sentence before. I'm pulling up my eyebrows to see what I look like with a facelift. Continue.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So Jared and I really want to be in this town called East Greenwich when our kids are like of elementary school age. It's one of the best school districts in the state, and it's a town that I really feel very homey in, and it's just a town that Jared's always wanted to live in, and blah, blah, blah. It reminds me of my hometown. Love it very much. East Greenwich. Okay. And but then we found a lot that we were able to put a reservation down on, which is not buying the lot because it's not approved as a lot from the town yet because it's still going through all this.
How do you even find out about some random piece of lot that's not land yet?
Good question. It's bought by about 22 lots were bought by these brothers. And they were going to they were going to build 2 gigantic houses on it. And then they were going to like divvy it up like for, a couple other houses. And then they decided that they didn't even want to build their own houses on it. So they pawned it off sort of. I mean, they still own it, but they told a real estate agent around here, like, hey, it's your guys' job to sell these 22 lots for us. So right now it's just owned it's just this huge plot of land that is owned by 2 brothers, but it's being divvied and the neighborhood is being created, and it's a slow process.
But how do you find like these people? With land?
we just knew this realtor.
Got it.
So you
gotta know.
We were seeing a lot of houses, and this realtor was the listing agent for a lot of these houses. So we kept running into him, and then he called us and said like, "Hey, if you guys are actually looking to build and for lots, I have this area." And it was weird because I can go blah 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 blah. Nobody really cares. I was driving around East Greenwich just looking for lots, like seeing if anything had just not hit realtor.com yet or something. Mm-hmm. And I drove in this cul-de-sac, and I saw, you guys saw the house, you saw the lot, but
we saw it.
I was like, what? I wish this was, why wasn't this listed? I want this to be my lot. And that's because it looked like it was being worked on, but really they were just trying to clear a road. And then he told us a week later, he was like, hey, I have this plot, this like big development up and coming. And then when we went to go meet him there, it was that lot that I was obsessed with. So it felt very destined. Right? Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that plot of land we still can't buy, have a reservation. We have a down payment on it. We have like some little money down on it. And that way, when it does become available to buy, we have first dibs on the buying of it. So we're still going to buy that lot. But right now, as Jared and I are expanding our family, we just feel like our apartment is too small. And because that house on that plot of land will not be like a thing for another 2 years, we're not going to pay rent for the next 2 years. What a waste when we financially could buy.
Buy something right now. Right.
And mathematically, which is just, Jared just wanted me to tell you guys, it's also the apartment is too small for Lois. Yes.
Oh, Lois needs roaming room.
And then she gets a brother named Tom soon when the summer comes and we have a fenced-in backyard.
Okay, tell them who Tom is, not the boy.
Tom is not our son. He is our future golden retriever.
Okay. It sounded like in the summertime when Tom's here,
people would have done
brother Tom.
Tom.
That's true.
I wonder if I allowed Jared to name our son Tom. Like, what if we named it Tom Brady Haven? Would you want to do that? Tom Brady Haven.
I mean, it's an option.
There's people, I will say, when I'm at Dodger Stadium.
Wait, what, babe?
I mean, obviously, when I hear Tom, I think it's Tom Brady, so that's why it's such a dominant name.
Yeah, but I was
going to say, working in LA sports, like people are so tied to the sports here, like especially Dodgers and Laker fans. And there are a lot of people here that name their daughters like Kobe Bryant's daughters' names, like Natalia.
They have nice names though. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like not weird to me when people are fans and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
That's nice.
our cousin named her kid Derek after Derek Jeter. I think it's
Exactly.
I think it's actually like very common.
Yeah.
But it's just because anyway, I think that the name Tom for a golden retriever is absolutely perfect. To wrap this very boring story up, Jared and I just were able to find a really nice house in West Greenwich, the town over from our forever
From East
town.
Greenwich.
And we are able to get with just about, after the down payment is taken out of things, we're able to get about 1,000 square feet and over an acre of land for $300 more a month than what we're paying in rent. So when it comes down to it, it seems like a very smart decision.
It's just a smarter decision.
Yeah. So anyway,
Wow.
we're in the process of buying a house, and that is exciting.
That is exciting. You're home in Rhode Island.
Yeah, and we bought a car, or we leased a car with the intention to buy it last week. And guess what happened today?
Oh no, what happened?
It got
What
a flat
happened?
tire. I mean, when we say flat
Wait,
tire,
Did Fred come and save the day? 'Cause we
Fred
got a
came
flat
to
tire?
save.
Wow.
Guys, we were picking up a girl.
Fred is popping holes in your tires just so he has shit to fit.
I agree. Because when we were all there, when I was visiting and Lauren was visiting, we got a flat tire, and Jared's dad, Fred, who we have just been referring to and didn't tell anyone who Fred was, came to save the day, and it was like AAA on steroids. He just came and did the job. He was so excited.
Yeah, Jared and I have made big moves. We got a car and a house in the same week. This little kid in the tummy is, his parents are really becoming adults for him.
I know.
Okay,
We got the family car and the family house with the white picket fence.
You guys fight over who drives what car because you have the Nissan Altima now, and then you have your new car. So, are you?
Not really.
No?
He always
'Cause you
wants me to. He's always trying to say you have the nice car, but we barely ever go. He goes places without me, but I barely go places without him.
Right.
But no, it's so crazy. So we are also opening a coffee shop and martini lounge.
Yes,
Okay.
which everyone's heard now a couple times, but we haven't heard your whole when does it officially open?
No, so that's the
name
question
of
that
it?
really stresses us out. We really don't like that question because
Well, why? Because you don't know.
No, it's just so tentative. It's just because there's still so many things that need to be installed and approved. But
well, that's fine. But can you give us a late December or early 2022?
No. It'll be early November.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's
Then
2
you
weeks.
then
No, I know, that's-
Ashley. Yeah, and it's 2 weeks away.
I don't know. It's not. Okay, so no.
No, it's not.
No,
It's
so
2.5
something
weeks.
happened. Something big came up for Jared the last week of October. And then we have these weddings the second weekend of November. So we're okay, it may not be smart to open before then since we won't be so hands-on. So it probably will be the second week of November. Anyway. But the reason that I was telling you this story, and it's so stupid, and guys, I'm sorry, we're probably boring you to tears right now, but I have nothing else to report on my life unless you want to talk about baby motions and shit that's going on in my tummy.
I would actually love to hear about that.
Well, we'll
You
talk
feel
about
the baby?
We'll talk about that in a second. And then we're picking up this girl from the airport tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And she works for Jenner's Coffee, which is Ben's coffee company, who's the main source of coffee for the coffee shop. And she's
Ben
coming.
Higgins.
She's coming in. Yeah, Ben Higgins. Sorry, we're really being unclear as to all these characters in our lives.
Yeah.
Very insider baseball. Right now.
So this girl,
And it's the most generic names: Tom, Ben,
Fred.
Literally
Tom, Ben, and Fred
any
walking to the
fucking
bar.
person on the road.
Okay, so we're picking this girl up, and we roll up, and we love our new car, and we're so nice to pick somebody up from the airport in a new car, and she's like, "Is your tire flat?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, it just told us that we needed more air because it literally popped up, and it was needs to fill air in like front right tire. And Jared and I are like laughing, like, why would this tire need air already? And then we look at the tire.
God.
It is flat as can be. We're rolling on the metal again, like that time.
Wow.
But the reason that we loved this car so much was because it has black rims. And
so you almost fucked up your black rims.
You know that tomorrow
Damn.
we're going to go into the car dealership and they're going to put a stupid silver tire on the on one of the rims.
Ashley, you can't let that happen. That's called don't do that.
You know they're going to be like, we
don't
don't
do
have
that.
any black rims in stock. You can order it and they'll be in a month. You know that's what's going to
especially
happen.
in COVID era. No, it'll be
can't they
available
just-
in March.
1,000%. I'm rolling around with one silver tire
No.
for the next 3 months.
Oh,
Can't you just
man.
take the black rim
How will
off?
you
I
ever
knew
live-
Lauren
How
was going to
will you-
have such an issue with this.
This is
But
so
also,
annoying.
like, how will you ever function with like one silver? Like, I feel this so viscerally for you. Like, how will you drive anywhere? Like, how are you?
I wouldn't.
How are you
It's
even supposed to
embarrassing.
get to this coffee shop that you have to open in a matter of weeks with a silver tire? Like,
See,
who?
a lot of people would think that you guys are being satirical right now,
Who could
but like,
function in this type of society?
but I know you're being partially serious. I know
Partially
Lauren
serious.
I am
you-
not.
You are
Lauren
not being
is.
serious. Lauren is being dead serious because these things
No.
annoy Lauren. She actually wouldn't take the car out of the garage for like the next 3 months.
I would only go to like the simplest of places, but because that just doesn't match. That's just annoying to me. And the fact that they should be able to take, I mean, I don't know if car salesmen or anything, but I feel like they could take the black rim and put it on the new tire.
It's not a black rim so much as it is just like, it's not like it's not pop offable. It's like the tire itself has black rims. It's not like you don't pop it off.
All right, well, we'll see what they do. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, no, it is the biggest first world problem of all time. But I have to just
Of all time.
I'll just tell you another little crazy thing that happened with this generous girls today, just because now it was like a
Okay.
theme. I already kind of told Naz, and I don't think Lauren read the text, but this was so wild. So there are two girls coming in from Denver. They both had to come in at different times. And the first girl, we were supposed to pick up at 1. Jared goes to the airport to go get her. And then she goes, so this morning, my breakfast didn't taste, or like it tasted
my
weird to
God.
me. And she goes, and then on the plane, I started to feel really weird. So
On the plane?
yeah. And then she goes, so I know that the Providence Airport does free rapid tests when you land if you want. So I decided to take it, and I'm positive. So she needs to quarantine at the Warwick, Rhode Island airport for the next 7 days.
Damn, that's so annoying. Like by herself, and she would like, pay
Like-
for the hotel.
No,
I always
the
wonder, how
company's
is the
covering it.
food? Oh, the company's.
Oh, okay.
But how's the food? Like, does she get to order whatever she wants?
Well, she has room service, but we told her that, like, you know, we're going to be bringing her dinner, like, all week and stuff, and,
Yeah,
like, giving her
that
Uber
sucks.
Eats money and stuff. But how horrible. I mean,
Damn, that sucks.
sucks.
It's
And then we pick
unfortunately
up the
our
other girl
reality
with
now.
a flat tire.
Yeah,
I
but
just-
wasn't
it'd
the
be
other
totally
wasn't
fine.
the other girl around the other girl?
Well, yeah, that's why the other girl's getting a test in the morning.
But you didn't.
No, well, to be specific, the testing was closed by the time we picked her up.
Oh, damn!
So we wore masks in the car and opened the
shit.
windows.
Wow, scary
that
stuff.
sucks.
Well, they didn't see each other since Thursday, but still.
Got it.
Yeah. And the other girl that has it right now, she was vaccinated. They're all vaccinated.
So yeah,
We're all
I mean, it's
vaccinated,
happening. It's happening so much now.
Anyway,
Just
that's
people that are vaccinated are getting it.
so crazy.
Well, hopefully her symptoms are mild and she just gets to enjoy a week of relaxation with TV.
I agree.
Yeah, and here I am saying, like, we'll bring her food. Of course we'll bring her food, and she needs to
You won't
eat.
taste
But
it.
like, how unfun would that be? I'd be like, bring me some kale and like don't even have to put dressing on it if I couldn't taste.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't.
Yeah, well.
I wonder what it tastes like. I mean, I'm sure I could ask a number of people who've had COVID.
Yeah, a client that had COVID, she said that the only thing that tasted good was sugar, and she just ate chocolate and chocolate. And it's the only thing that tasted normal, and she gained a lot of weight.
Huh.
So maybe bring her chocolate.
Wow,
See
that's what I
happens.
would do. I want some chocolate right now, man.
Okay. And then you want to talk about how the baby was moving in me?
Yes, before we go, let's end with some happy baby news because that rim story just got us all down in the dumps. You know?
It's really fucking depressing.
I know. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, that's the snobbiest thing I've ever said, though. It's like my rim. Okay, so then I'm going to hell, aren't I?
No, stop it.
You're self-aware of it. If you weren't self-aware, then I'd be concerned.
Yes, Ashley, it's fine.
Okay. No,
live your truth.
Our kid has been, I call him my kid. Like, is that weird? Because
No,
I said that before and somebody was like, you mean your baby? And I was like, my kid, I don't know. This is my baby. It's my baby when he's out of me. Right now, while he's still disrupting my life, well, I guess he'll be doing that for like ever. But right now, while he's taking over my own body, he's the kid. And he's been moving for like 3 weeks now. But Jared has yet to be able to feel it, which is super frustrating
because you're feeling it and you're just like, I want you to know this is actually happening. There's an alien inside of me.
I know, because it's so weird. And like, I'll put my hand there and I can feel him move through, like, I guess it's more an internal feeling, but it feels like I'm feeling it on my hand. But then when he puts his hand on, he's like, nope, nothing. I'm like, I don't think you're paying attention. I think you're just not paying attention. Yeah.
And I felt it like 3 weeks ago.
Lauren felt it. My mom also not paying attention.
I want to feel it.
I don't know. So I'm not sure if Lauren's making things up in her head or whatnot. But Jared,
I felt it for sure.
Thank you. Thank you for feeling.
You're welcome.
I do admire Jared not lying and being completely authentic because I hate when it's like, you're just like, oh yeah, it's right there. And you like, don't feel anything. I like that he's like, I haven't felt it yet.
Here's an I don't get it that I'm experiencing right now. I'm my mom. I have become Lauren. It's bad. I have become my mom.
Why?
Because yesterday we had people over for the game and
you mean the second most watched football game ever?
You mean regular season game?
Yeah,
second
that came
most
out
regular season
today.
game.
Isn't that wild?
What was the first one?
The first one was in 2012, and it was an Eagles Cowboys game, and whoever won made it to the playoffs, and whoever didn't win did not make it.
I love that you know that.
Well, I just learned it in the car a little while ago.
Love that.
But we were making wagers yesterday on whether or not it was going to be the highest watched football game of all the regular season of all time.
Did you win? Did you win a wager?
We did not win because I thought it was going to be number one. We all thought it was going to be number one, but it was number two. And it's fine. It's okay. Tom won. That's what's important. So we had people over, right? And I kept warming up the pizza in the oven, like on the pan.
Yeah.
Because I wanted people to have nice, crispy, warm pizza. But then I kept saying, like, can I get you a hot piece from the oven? Or like, the hot pieces are in the oven, just, letting you know. And they didn't care. They just went ahead and like kept getting the cold pieces from the box and was like, it's fine. I like cold pieces. And it's just like, no. And then I'm like, you guys,
you got frustrated.
It's warm and crispy and beautiful in the oven. And now here I am sitting with Jared. When I was with you at the top of the podcast, I got my pizza out of the oven. I just let it sit there for 10 minutes. And it was the best crispy pizza. And now Jared comes home. Jared comes home and he puts it in the microwave.
The severity and seriousness that this story is being told in.
But why? But why did he have to put it in the microwave? Now it's all soggy and he doesn't get to eat it to like the best of its ability.
What an imbecile!
Oh God. Okay, what's next?
That's it, Lauren. I think
That's it. We've hit an hour. We're done talking. We're setting a boundary. That's enough.
Setting a boundary.
It's enough podcaster today. I just want to say, if you fast forwarded through the sponsors of this podcast today, I'm going to be offended because we have really cool sponsors that I love. Dadgrass, I smoke every night. And
that's why I got Dadgrass in the mail.
Please send me all of it. It is the coolest CBD joints ever. And please rewind the podcast that the ad that you fast forwarded through to listen to more about that. Also, Dipsy, really cool, especially if you're single and you want to find
Lauren,
more creative ways to masturbate.
Single.
If you're single,
you don't gotta be alone tonight.
You guys, that was such an Anna and Maya moment from Pen 15 where they just like bust into song randomly.
Oh, I love it.
And Orate, which is just the coolest jewelry line. If you want to be a cool girl, wear the jewelry, you'll look cool. Anyways, I really love our sponsors and we love you guys. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, share, make your mom listen to this.
Yeah, it's done.
And yes, Jared, we're done. Jesus Christ.
That was
now
so
you
loud.
you can lick Lois's nipple.
Now you can lick Lois's nipple, she says. Now that we're done, you can go continue to lick Lois's nipples.
Oh my God, this is so wrong. Goodbye. Bye.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy podcast on your podcast app.
I don't get it.
Podcast.